So, hello again, VC, and whoever's watching. Just as announced, this is going to be an all bootleg haul because over the past few months I had some very nice chances to get some bootlegs. Most, or let's say all of them, except from one, were presents, two from my colleague, and the rest of the stuff I got from my working place. I used to work at a record store, but it was only selling online, so on Discogs. And when I left, they gave me a whole bunch of bootlegs there. They can't sell them. They know that I'm totally into them, and it was a really nice present and a really nice way to say goodbye. But yeah, it's just amazing stuff which I want to share with you. So the first one, this is one from my colleague. It's called Floyd. So kind of a stuttering. Um, it's in great shape. Kind of blank labels, not white, but kind of bright brown ones. And this is a show from Rotterdam, Netherlands in '67, and it says on the backside of the cover that this is the first show Pink Floyd performed outside the UK. So it's a really nice, I think, historical document showing Pink Floyd in a very early state of their career. Sound quality is not the best, but there are great songs on it. Lovely performances. Early version of static controls for Heart of the Sun, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see how the band performed the songs from the Pipe at the Gates of Dawn, and how they performed them back then live. Because this one's with it's a live album with Sid Barrett, and pretty nice one to have. Next one is by Led Zeppelin, called Led Zeppelin London 1969. This comes on a white label record, so there's no band information on it, and the sound quality is amazing. It's a great show. Some of you might know it was re-released as White Summer by Trademark of Quality by that label. It's exactly the same songs on it, same versions, and it's a lovely sound quality. This is to be my first Led Zeppelin bootleg in my collection. Pretty nice one to have. The next one is the only one in the bunch that I actually bought. I was looking for a good version of it for a long time. This is Pink Floyd at Pompeii. This is a 2012 version reissue, I think. Because the thing is, I've read some stuff about the bootlegs from that show, and especially the old ones, they tend to have very bad sound quality, and I wanted to get a great one because in my eyes this is one of the all-time best performances. Um, we can discuss about it whether you can call it a concert or just a performance, because for those of you who don't know Pink Floyd, I think in '71 or '72 they went to Pompeii in Italy, and they performed in the amphitheater with no audience, so there was just the band and the technicians, and they recorded this album. And the cool thing about it is that one half of the show were like back then old songs like Set the Controls to the Heart of the Sun, or Be Careful with the Oxygen, and the other part was a lot of metal. So you have amazing versions of Echo. You have amazing, or in my eyes, the best version of One of These Days. It's just amazing. The bass, it's so powerful. It sounds amazing when the intro starts, and so that's the reason why I wanted very good sound quality, which comes along with these. It's on clear blue vinyl. It's a really nice bootleg, and I'm glad that I finally have a nice sounding version of Pompeii, because you don't find too often the Pompeii bootlegs, at least here in Germany, and when you do, it's a little bit like gambling. The sound quality is as good as the bad, so this one is amazing, and I checked it out before I bought it online, so really nice one. Just as the next one, this is Pink Floyd 2, it's called Light, or actually it's called The Best of Tour 72, and this is pretty interesting. It's Pink Floyd performing Dark Side of the Moon, but before the album was released. So Pink Floyd used to try out their songs on stage before they released the songs on the album. They kept on developing the songs. They want to see how the audience would react. They just tried out, and this bootleg just sums up the whole Dark Side of the Moon album, all the songs on it, but performed before its release. And this is not in chronological order or anything. It's just like um, the guys that produced this bootleg, they just wanted to make a live version of Dark Side of the Moon, but just as a pre-release or the pre-release version. So these songs are from different shows from '72, but it has the original order of Dark Side of the Moon. And it's pretty interesting to see how the band developed the songs. Some are a bit longer, some have more jams in it, and it sounds really amazing. It's good sound quality, just like the next one, which is exactly the same. The only difference is this is the UK version, and the other version is from Europe. Both are from '73, and on this label you won't find any information about the band or the song. So here's side 2 is called Where We Did It For You Too. Side A is called We Did It For You. So yeah, as I said, there's no information about Pink Floyd or anything. Neither on the cover, front or back side. Nothing to read about Pink Floyd or anything. So I guess it was kind of an insider. People had to know that this is Pink Floyd and this is the bootleg of their Dark Side of the Moon version. Next one is from Pink Floyd as well. It's called 74, or actually British Winter Tour 74. It's a bit like the one that I showed you before. This one contains songs that were released later. So to let you know, on side B you find Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I think it's almost in its eternity. It's the whole song. On side A you find Raving and Drooling and Gotta Be Crazy. And these two songs were later released on Animals. So again, those were pre-releases. They just checked it out on the stage. How did the songs work? How's the audience reaction? What can we improve? What direction should we go? It just rehearsed on stage, live on stage, which is in my eyes a pretty cool way to develop your music. And I also read that from the Nick Mason biography that later on they had to stop it because the bootlegs, like this one, got such a good sound quality that the songs were released before its official release by the band, so they had to stop doing these live performances of the early versions of the song. So pretty cool on Pink Floyd 74. The next one is one that I really enjoy a lot. It's Bob Dylan live in Adelaide. Yeah. This is Australia, 78. And I think the bootleg itself is from 84, something like that. Pretty nice version, actually like all of the records that I showed you and that I'm about to show you. They were, like my ex-boss, he bought them from a guy who wasn't a collector. He worked for the record industry, and he got those as samples, but he never actually played them. So they're an amazing quality. The vinyl looks like mint, near mint. It's unplayed. This one is still in the shrink, and it's a great live record by Dylan, because as you can see on yellow blank labels. The cool thing about this is that, to me, it seems like Dylan was in a very great mood. He talked a bit to the audience. There was some interaction. He said thank you and stuff like that. And also, like, the whole band sounds like they're in a really great mood. They want to play, they want to perform, and they did a great performance in Australia. Especially, I really enjoyed personally, as one of my all-time favorites by Dylan is Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. And on this one, he made a reggae version out of it with a really great reggae beat, and it sounds amazing. So this is great, just to listen to listen to Dylan show from the '70s from start to end in its eternity. Just great. Next one is by the Beatles, Live at Shea Stadium '64. Also includes 3 never published songs. They sound a bit like demo versions, or like the Beatles were just making fun, just trying things out. Um, so yeah, 64. It's kind of I would still consider it like the early stage of the Beatles, with songs like "Can't Buy Me Love," "Long Tall Sally," um, "Twist and Shout." It's always a banger, and "All My Loving." It's a good quality. You hear the audience a lot of screaming, especially at the beginning and at the end. But overall, it has a very nice sound. I don't know how they did this back then as a bootleg. Maybe it's a soundboard bootleg, but yeah, it sounds just great. Just like the next one. It's called Five Nights in a Judo Arena, also by the Beatles. This is from 1966. The Beatles performing in Japan. And it also has like really great songs on it. Yesterday, Day Tripper, and especially If I Needed Someone, which is in my eyes a really great song by George Harrison. Maybe a bit underrated. And they did a great performance this night. It sounds really good. It's a whole lot of fun to listen to it. They were in a great mood, and I really enjoyed the cover art. Just the Beatles with a lovely picture of the band. The next one is by the Beatles as well. This one's called The Complete Silver Beatles. And as you can see, they look quite young. They wear leather jackets, and maybe you won't find Ringo Starr. This is because there's like really, really early Beatles stuff, like Memphis, Sure to Fall, Searching, Shake of Araby, Money. I think a lot of these songs were never released officially on the Beatles studio albums back then. And considering that, it was pretty cool for collectors to listen to like really early Beatles stuff. When they released Anthology in the 90s, I think that you got a very good sound quality of all those songs and good versions of them. Um, that's, and to be honest, I'm not that much into the early Beatles stuff or that early Beatles stuff, so I think I'm gonna give it away to a friend or someone who really enjoys it. Um, but still nice to listen to it, and yeah, if you want to check it out, I think you can find all these songs on YouTube by now. Next one is by the Rolling Stones. It's called Shattered. This is live in Cleveland, Ohio, July 1st, 1978, with a great set list. Beast of Burden, Miss You, Faraway Eyes. And the cool thing about this one is that it's still sealed. So I think the pressing itself is from the 80s, something like that. And the vinyl is untouched. So it's still in the shrink. I guess I hope the vinyl is in good sound quality. And it's nice to have this one Shattered by the Rolling Stones. I'll do it later. And the last one is really a banger. This is the Grateful Dead, Good Lovin'. Bootleg as well. Performance at the Fillmore West in 71. And just like the Stones record, this is still sealed. So this is a box set, I think 4 LP box set, still sealed. From the 72. It's a US press, and has great songs. Good Lovin'. I love the cover. I think it's one of the better parts of how's it called, Shakedown Street. Yeah, this record has some very good parts and some parts that are a little bit difficult, but Good Lovin' is a great one. Terrapin, really cool. Me and My Uncle. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have it in collection. Still sealed, Grateful Dead box set. And yeah, that's it for today. Those are all the bootlegs I got in the past few months. I hope you enjoyed it, and I guess soon I'm gonna make another video about past record buys, because there are a lot of fairs in spring in Germany. So I went to like 2 or 3, and I will go to another one in a few weeks. So I guess I'm gonna do another haul video in the next few days, weeks. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.